These 8 groups in Cameroon's capital city Yaoundé are planning to go house to house to find neglected autistic children whose parents are keeping them out of school. The United Nations estimates that there are about 700,000 autistic people in Cameroon, many of them school-age kids, but says too many families keep them at home because of stigma and a lack of resources. And so this group of 8 workers and parents in Yaoundé are visiting houses of families with autistic children. Among them are hairdressers, mothers, and simple observers who have joined the group to urge parents to put their autistic children back in school.
There are so many difficulties we have encountered. Like I said before, we had to relocate a whole family for more than 400, 500 kilometers to come to Yaoundé because of the child. So because he got admission here, and we thought that we could bring him here, so we could not bring him alone here. We had to bring the whole family here. One, that was a difficulty, because we had to start looking at way to stay. We had to start looking at how to survive here, and so on and so forth, and to bring the other children here, of course. So that's a difficulty. The second difficulty is where we live and where the child is attending school, the means of transport. We have been battling with it, but of recent, the school got a school bus. We have to pay weekly for the child to get to school, and so on and so forth. So that is the difficulty with it, getting movement of the child to the school.
L'envoyer à l'école déjà, c'est pas facile. C'est pas l'école comme tout le reste où les enfants partent. C'est pas facile. L'envoyer à l'école, le nourrir, le soigner, payer la maison. Donc, bref, tout ça, c'est un challenge.
You know, children with disabilities or with special needs, some people in the society may be looking at them to be a type. You often see elements of stigma, elements of discrimination. But where we are, at the level of where we are living with the family, the other children have got to know, understood his situation, and are living with him. If you come, you may not see a difference between him and the other children.
Salez-vous, yaya tingue, collez les pieds, yaya tingue, embrassez-vous, yaya tingue, ating, yaya tingue, ating, yaya tingue, ating, yaya tingue.
Si son père à lui pense qu'il est inutile et qu'il ne lui servira à rien demain, qu'en est-il la société? Si déjà son parent à lui peut dire une chose pareille, la société, c'est derrière moi, je m'en fous de la société. Je pourrais l'amener partout.
The observers, the women, the children, say they once kept some of their children at home, wrongly thinking that because they are autistic, they can never succeed at any educational establishment. An aid group convinced the parents that their children simply suffer as a result of difficulties interacting with each other, and they are slow to learn, but that they can still do well in the school and have a social life.
Viens la main. Arrête bien. Arrête bien, que ça ne casse pas. Debout, mon enfant. Merci.
The Timely Performance Center, a school for disabled children, organized the house-to-house initiative to find neglected autistic kids. Among those who are carrying out the initiative is manager of the Yaoundé-based center, Betty Nancy Fonyoy. Betty says autistic children are too often kept at home because of stigma and subject to abuse.
I decided to visit the parents to see how they are taking care of their children at home and to also know where some of the children are living. I just chose a few because I can't visit all homes today, and to see where the children are living, their environment, how they are being taken care of, to know their challenges, what is going on in their homes, and are they okay, are they happy with the school, with what the school is doing. I just decided to visit them today and also to know more about what is happening so I can be able to talk to other parents, to help other parents to come out from their shell and also look for centers that can help their children out there. There are many centers in Cameroon that are taking care of special need kids. If parents don't know about any center, Timely Performance Care Center is there to help them take care of these kids.
The Timely Performance Center and other aid groups estimate about 250 autistic children were expected in school this 2021 school year in the capital city alone, but they have been kept at home. Some of them came to school and were withdrawn. And so the aid groups say some parents justify keeping their autistic children at home because of public stigma, because of insults, and because of claims that children under such circumstances were born this way as a sign of divine punishment for some wrongdoing.
Un enfant qu'on doit avoir plus de temps pour lui par rapport à un enfant normal. Ses amis, par exemple, si on les arrange, on dit partez à l'école, ils peuvent seulement partir. Or, nous, on a peur pour son cas que si on l'habille, on dit que pas à l'école, il peut arriver en route là, soit il est distrait. Parce qu'il a un défaut, quand il voit une scène, il aime se concentrer sur la scène, là, il regarde bien. S'il voit une voiture, il doit, au lieu de contrôler son chemin, s'occuper d'abord à bien regarder. Bon, c'est des choses qui font qu'on doit toujours l'accompagner à l'école. Et l'autre difficulté, c'est au niveau financier. Déjà que nos revenus même sont déjà très, très petites.
Trouver les écoles, par exemple, spécialisées pour ces enfants à besoins spécifiques, ce n'est pas du tout facile. Je suis sûr que dans la société, il y a plusieurs enfants qui aimeraient bien avoir un accompagnement comme celui que le centre TPCC donne, mais qui ne savent même pas où trouver ce centre-là. Et le coût, par exemple, pour chaque parent qui a un enfant ayant des besoins spécifiques, ce n'est pas du tout facile du point de vue financier de pouvoir s'occuper de lui. Cet enfant, par exemple, a besoin d'un suivi orthophonique. Celui-ci va à 3 séances par semaine depuis 3 ans et demi. Financièrement, c'est un coût important.
Quand je sortais, les gens se moquaient, le regard, certains mots. Il y a même d'autres qui sont arrivés à me dire que j'avais un enfant serpent. C'est vraiment pas facile.
J'étais par exemple chaque fois gêné de me rendre compte que quand j'allais chercher l'enfant, je voyais les enfants de son âge se comporter d'une manière entre guillemets normale que mon fils ne pouvait pas. Et à un certain moment, l'école n'a pas voulu le garder. J'ai été vraiment choqué de me rendre compte que l'enfant ne pouvait plus aller à l'école.
Quand vous avez un enfant que vous dépensez sur lui à l'école ordinaire et qu'il n'avance pas, et vous arrivez à l'établissement, les maîtresses et autres maîtres se plaignent plutôt que bon, votre enfant là, on ne sait pas comment il est, ou quand on dit que les autres partent là-bas, lui préfère aller de l'autre côté, il est têtu, cela, ça vous amène à réfléchir. Et vous comprenez qu'il a un problème et qu'il faut l'amener quelque part où on puisse s'occuper de ce genre de problème qu'il a.
If you keep them at home, you are destroying the life of that child. That child is just as normal as any other child, to live a normal life like any other child, even with their disability. They are also children.
I opened this center to help parents who have these kids with special needs to be able to strive for themselves. They are able to learn, they are able to socialize morally and have some love from the public. So in case any of the parents are not alive in future, they can be able to take care of themselves. The teachers have a hard load of work ahead of them. It's a lot of task to take care of kids like this, especially kids that have been neglected, kids that have never seen love from families and friends, and above all, education.
The initiative in Yaoundé is worth emulating. Cameroon reports that a majority of its 700,000 autistic children are denied education by their parents. The communities also stigmatize the children. They are looked upon as dropouts, as kids suffering some sort of divine punishment for crimes they never committed or crimes attributed to their parents. And so the government has been increasing efforts to save the children, to give them education, which is their fundamental human right.
And when coming here, because of the too much excitement, some of our children begin to sing. Meanwhile, at school, they were not able to sing. So it's through the process that we discover that taking the kids out is very important. The children are so excited today because this is their first time of going out to discover other things and enjoy the environment as well.
The kids with special needs are any child born with a disability, either physically traumatized, morally disabled. We have autistic kids, we have kids with cerebral palsy, we have the blind, we have lame, and we have everything. And for the elderly, any elderly who is above 60, 65 years, who has a problem of walking, are not able to take care of their daily activities, we take care of them in the center and we train nurses to go take care of them in their various homes. We have a lot of challenges going on in this center because most parents who have kids with special needs are either single parents abandoned by the other couple, thinking that it is something that is done to them, either witchcraft or so. And most of these kids are locked up in houses because the parents feel ashamed to come out in public and to let people know that they have kids like that. So they are locked into the houses. Some of them are locked in to die.
When they come to school, we feed them 2 times daily. We give them their breakfast and we give them lunch because most parents don't have the time to feed these children at home. So because we have the patience, like our motto says, learn to grow with love, patience and dignity. We feed them with patience because some of them take time to eat, we take time to feed them. We teach them life skills, how they can live their lives without their parents, without the help of other people, how they can live in a society no matter what. We teach them how to bathe, how to dress, how to eat by themselves, how to prepare their own food if nobody is there to prepare for them, how to take care of their environment. We teach them that, and then we add to it academics, means they should be able to know how to read and write and to write their names. We also do speech therapy, what the French people know as autophony. We do speech therapy here. We teach the children who have speech impairment. Not that they cannot talk. There are some that are speaking, but their speech is not clear. And then there are some that understand. And just because they have, due to their inability to do certain things, they cannot talk. But with speech therapy, they are able to pick up and start talking. We have the dumb and the deaf here. We have the children with cerebral palsy. We have children with autism spectrum disorder. We have children with learning disability. We have children with hydrocephalus. We take all care of all form of disability. Like Cameroon government said, but we call it special need, like I still insist. We take care of all of them. Then we take care. There's no age limit for the children. There's no this need, it's no special need that we cannot accept in the center. The center is open to all cases.
That is not all. The campaigners for autistic children to be given education add that some of the children are even left to die. They do not have figures. It is difficult to go from house to house finding out the treatment given to these children. But some parents did accept that the children are denied education and food, that the children are locked up in rooms, that the children are even asked not to sit on the same tables with their siblings, and some of their parents take these children with autism to the hinterlands to live with their grandparents. They are deprived the love of their own very parents who brought them into this world.
If you see for yourself, when we came, he was not able to do anything. And for just less than 2 years, he has grown up, he has learned a lot, he's able to do things for himself, thanks to the work they are doing at the level of the center. And of course, we are very, very satisfied. He's able to do things for himself now. Many things he's able to do for himself now. So we are quite satisfied about what the center is doing. And we encourage many other parents that have children with special needs to try and get to the center, and they will see a change for themselves. Our child has changed a lot. We acknowledge that.
Quand il était à l'école ordinaire, deux fois le matin comme ça, pour qu'il aille à l'école, il n'avait pas la motivation. Or, depuis qu'il est au centre spécialisé, à votre centre spécialisé là, même les jours qu'il n'y a pas classe là, dans sa tête, il se dit toujours qu'on ment, qu'il doit aller à l'école seulement. Donc même les jours fériés comme ça, pour qu'on le retienne, le matin, il sait seulement qu'il doit aller à l'école. Donc, alors que dans l'école ordinaire, là, quand on l'amenait là, le matin comme ça même, pour l'amener, on devait seulement le tirer pour qu'il puisse aller. Et quand il arrivait, lui, il restait que dehors. Alors que chez vous, là, je n'ai jamais appris qu'il est arrivé à l'école et il est resté pas dehors.
Il n'a pas fait un pas de géant, mais au moins, s'il y a certaines choses, certains acquis qu'on observe, il est un tout petit peu posé par rapport à avant. Il y a des choses qu'il peut faire, par exemple, associer les puzzles. Il le fait un peu plus aisément qu'avant. Et il est aimé dans ce centre-là. Il est content d'y aller. Il peut, par exemple...
Il écrit, ça, il n'avait jamais fait. Il tient le bic, le crayon. Il peut dessiner, il peut relier les points sur un objet. sur tout dessin qu'on a fait. Et il le fait, il se concentre et il le fait vraiment bien. Donc ça, il ne l'avait jamais fait. Il n'avait jamais tenu le crayon jusqu'à griffonner quelque chose.
Au fil des années, elle tend à être plus autonome. Oui, puisqu'elle va déjà aux toilettes. Elle a porté les couches pendant 10 ans. Depuis qu'elle est née, jusqu'à ce qu'elle ait 10 ans, j'ai acheté les couches. Et ce n'était pas facile. Et à 10 ans, elle devait passer à la taille adulte. Mais le jour qu'on me dit au centre que non, on ne met plus les couches, je ne comprends pas. On me dit, elle va aux toilettes. J'étais surprise. Donc, c'est comme une grâce de Dieu.
Pleading with the government or other international organizations like the World Health or Save the Children or Voice of America or whoever can assist the school so these kids can be taken care of, or the elderly. That would be really, really great. Some of these kids, the parents cannot even afford transportation to bring them to school. Some of them claim they don't have a means to feed them at home. But at least when we take care of these kids, the parents are able to at least go out there, fend for themselves, look for something, and be able to take care of the other siblings. So we are really pleading because these children's future is really, really important. So please, 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 if there is anything the government can do, social services, social affairs, women's affairs, the government, international organizations, as I had earlier said, like World Health, Save the Children, Voice of America, and any other individual who can assist or help. Every little bit counts. Even a dime is appreciated.
The United Nations says in Africa, a lack of awareness and resources prevents many children with autism from getting help, and they are stigmatized by their families and communities. The owner of Timely Performance Center is based in the United States of America. We got a WhatsApp chat with her. Do you have any child living with disabilities? Do you have any child at home who suffers from autism? It is not lost. Experts say they need just the love, the care. They can be educated like other children, and they can make it in life. They may not be burdens you consider them to be if they have their own rights to education as spelled out by the United Nations. Those children are children like others. They should be given care, assistance, love, and they can contribute to nation building.